Lois, I believe there's something you'd like to correct that I...
Ethel Merman and Kate Smith are both marvelous performers and ladies, but it's Kate Smith, for all you Flyers fans, as we well know, that is the inspiration to the Flyers. Maybe Ethel Merman will be the inspiration to St. Louis. You blew it, Mr.
I apologize.
I should have known better.
No.
It's their fault.
Listen, you've got the top fan for the Los Angeles
That's
Rams.
right.
Let's get away from Kate Smith and Ethel Merman, and you conduct a little interview here.
Well, I am sitting here, of course, with Ricardo Montalban. I mean, there are fans and there are fans, but this man is an avid fan of the Los Angeles Rams. What do you think about this game, Ricardo?
Well, I am absolutely elated because for a while, this was a team that a lot of people thought, I wonder if they have it or they don't have it. And I think that now they have proven that they have it. I think it's a very explosive, beautifully coached team, and we're all very proud of them here in Los Angeles.
They're devastating, aren't
they? They're devastating, yes. Particularly against a very devastating attack of St. Louis, and they defended so well. Of course, we always knew that we had a great defense, but our offense has been a little bit crippled, and nevertheless, they're doing beautifully.
And you have to agree, I think, that St. Louis, although they've had some bad turns in the game, they've been playing with that sparkling offense, as Jack Whitaker talked about in his commentary.
Yes, but we have been decimated by injuries, too, you know, and look how beautifully we're playing. But, you know, this is a team that culminates many years of my being a fan. I go back to the days of Waterfield and Deacon Down Towler and Tank Younger and Tommy Fears and Crazy Leg Hirsch. And then they won a championship in '51 while I was here. And I've been a fan ever since. And every year we almost make it, and some years not too good. But this year, thanks to Mr. Rosenblum and Chuck Knox and Don Klosterman, I think we have really a powerhouse here.
Did anybody inspire you to football? I know you were a soccer player.
Yes, when I first came from Mexico, my game was soccer, you know, and I couldn't understand the group of men just attacking each other and the action would stop. I didn't understand it. That's ignorance on my part. And one day I was having lunch with Oscar Levant, and he said, you know, it's true. In soccer, as in basketball, you have constant action, and it's very exciting. But in football, every play is a statement made. Every play is like a chess game in which you emphasize each move. And when I got that concept through my big skull, I became a great fan of football. It's a fascinating game indeed. Yes.
Ricardo, thank you so much for coming in. I know you're not surprised at this quarterback, Jaworski, and I know that's exciting. Enjoy the second half.
Thank you, Phyllis.
Now let's travel around the league with American Express.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights of the first half. Obviously, the action was dominated by the Los Angeles Rams. And as Ricardo said, what a defense out here on the West Coast. They were ahead by a score of 7-0 when Jimmy Hart tossed this pass out into the right flat. And Jack Youngblood, who can run about as fast as any defensive lineman, well, his teammate Freddie Dreyer probably can keep up with him, but that's about all. It was 14-0. Terry Metcalf has played sensationally. What a shame that they can't cash in on any of these returns so far. 66 yards for number 21 right here, right down to the Ram 33. Jimmy Otis, though, coughed up the football, and Fred Dreyer, the other defensive end for the Rams, pounced on it. It was one turnover after another in the early going. Terry Metcalf here will take a Jim Hart pass, and he will run 33 yards down to the Rams' 42-yard line. Just cuts back across the grain and finds daylight. Oh, how he runs under control until he finds that opening and then turns it on. But as Frank Lieber has pointed out, a couple of interceptions have done the job. And here is Bill Simpson, who always seems to be around that football, picking off this pass on the Ram 33, and he'll take it back 67 yards for the touchdown. And after the Dempsey extra point, it was 21-0. Screen pass to Jim Otis here for a 21-yard gain as the Cardinals finally got something going. They got down to the Rams' 25-yard line. And from the 4-yard line, Jimmy Otis punched across. Extra point was no good. And then Ron Jaworski filling in for the injured James Harris, 68 yards. Harold Jackson. And so at the half, it is 28-9. That the score was 28-10 in that earlier game between Pittsburgh and Baltimore, and that Franco Harris had rushed for 153 yards. There was another tremendous moment in that football game, and that was Andy Russell, who returned a fumbled 93 yards, and that is a record in National Football League competition. So here we are now waiting the second half kickoffs to see if the St. Louis Cardinals can climb back into this football game. They've got their work cut out, and if time permits, We'll be back with a post-game show. And Ricardo, thank you very much for dropping by.
My pleasure, Brent.
And
Thank you.
Phyllis, you're going to get dozens of pairs of long underwear by the time we get to Bloomington.
Baby blue would be fine.
And I'm going to talk to you about who sings those songs in Philadelphia.
Kay Smith. Believe me, it's Kay Smith.
Let's go back upstairs right now to Frank Lieber and Hank Strand.
Around the League has been sponsored by the American Express card. Don't leave home without it.